You know, it's not as powerful as a lot of the other kills.
Azir for BDD in game 5? Oh
Yes!
my god! The narratives!
Showmaker dare to go for the...
Oh my god! The Maokai Yone!
And the snap block, like they've been waiting for it all night!
Yeah, and look at Showmaker's face as well. He's like, all right. Oh yeah.
Challengers with Lucid's time spent there. As the Zahin counter pick for Perfect gets a pretty loud cheer as well.
And we're still flexing that Poppy, so Cuz could be playing it in the jungle, obviously. But there could also be the fact, like, there could, so Cuz could be playing into the jungle.
It could be
It's not going to be top lane anymore.
It works incredibly well, though, with the setup they have in their draft.
Blitzcrank blind. Effort, what? Okay, so there are limited amounts of things that you can play. Difficult one to play into the Poppy like
It's
you mentioned
aiming
already.
Smolder!
Aiming
Step back
Smolder
and skill,
coming out.
baby!
Oh my god.
I mentioned it in game 2 kind of as a joke, but you know, it works well here. And this time they can't Blitzcrank hook him because Blitzcrank's on their team.
True. That was why they locked it in. Instead, he's going to go for the Corki, a little bit more mid-game power here for KT. But I still...
KT is just playing what they like, playing what is comfort. As Blitzcrank hook.
Another hook is going to connect there. Smash does throw down the barrier. They get the heal as well, but Effort and Aiming both hold on to both of their summoners. Effective it's going to be as Cuz
Level
moving
3,
over.
and this could be a big problem for Smash and Career.
Yep, spotted on a ward. That's a great pullback on the feathers, but still, Effort has that hook, and he's not going to be afraid to use it. Flashes come out from everyone. The hook pulls back Career, and the heroic charge to deny the escape. My God, that was beautiful.
When you look at the counter dive here, let's see if it actually work out. There's a big wave, but they're just being respectful. This will cost Aiming some farm.
Yeah, Aiming is going to have to leave. They're going to farm between these turrets, and they can do so. Cuz is moving down, though. See whether it's going to work out here as Effort with a turret in tow. Might be able to get something here as there's a heroic charge onto Lucid. And Battle Dance, sorry, the Steadfast Presence, fantastic. Smash gets pulled in. No flash, remember, but there's the grand entrance onto Effort. Doesn't have a lot of buttons at level 3 without his hook up and available, but now Cuz could be in trouble. Twisted Advance brings Lucid over there as Smash pulls back the feathers once again, and he gets slowed down. Another auto and a half, and down he will go as the Q is going to connect. Career doesn't find the grand entrance as a teleport from Showmaker brings us in.
Many times.
Indeed. Oh, Shiu going to get pulled back by Perfect here as both of these top laners are fighting. There's a Grim Deliverance as Shiu just walks it off. And there's a Public Execution, gets the flash out of Perfect.
They're top side, getting the dragon on the bottom side.
All right, there's the ulti, but Showmaker is going to have to go back, but he wants to go back ASAP as finally he does get there.
In that you do nothing.
Yeah.
As Perfect is going to be dove now. Shiu does not have his ultimate, but he has a health advantage.
1 second on the Grim Deliverance as there's the Nature's Grasp as he throws down the ulti, but Shiu's right there to pick it up. And he still has his flash even after the kill.
I think he'll greed for the plate, but certainly could from what we know. As whoa!
Right, quickness coming in here from Career. They wait for the flash, and down goes Aiming. Not allowed to stay there whatsoever as Effort going to pull in Career, and Career says, hi, how you doing? Has shoes, but a snake also requires shoes, so who knows? There's the combo once again, as this time they've got the damage, and down goes Showmaker. As, okay, they're going to see whether they can return the favor here towards his top side. Public Execution is going to be nullified by that Grim Deliverance.
Cuz has 2 kills. I think they would have liked that second kill to be onto the Azir. As another hook.
Yeah, point blank, but this time it looks like DK were kind of ready for it, although Korea doesn't look all that ready for it, as they do take a lot of damage in exchange. Aiming now in a little trouble, but he does Valkyrie his way out of that.
Cuz no ulti here. I think trying to set up a Poppy dive will be tricky, but Effort
whoa, yeah, the hook comes in, the barrier is decent, but the grand entrance to exit Featherstorm is going to be good. But still, KT able to walk away. They get a lot of buttons out of DK, but they do not get the kills. It gave BDD the angle. That's all right. KT looking to try and grab Lucid here. Heroic Charge doesn't do too much. Smash is going to move on over. Cuz in an awkward spot as the Nature is grasping once again. They get the vision down, and there is a dead Poppy. Slammed back with the Brambles. I mean, Poppy does take a long time to die. Never mind. Takes out the Xayah before he goes down. And Lucid should be dead as well. Making career on the floor. And Cuz, that looked like old Poppy. I'm not going to lie. That's just absurd, the amount of time he survived. I think everyone on D+ thought that he was definitely dead. His career now trying to escape. Effort just going to punch him. Let's see whether he hits the hook, and there it is.
Okay, Showmaker is here. Looks like Effort's going to go for the execute. Stay close to that turret, because he's coming.
Yeah, and
okay.
Smash not able to get there.
Even
they did get a bit of experience, but that's about it.
Goes for the execute.
Yeah, really nicely done. Has a bit of stress. Cuz taking a bit of damage there. Looks like Lucid holding onto the ulti for now. It's going to be difficult to enter. And Cuz looked for it. Actually not going to press the step-fast presence. Oh! There is a gorgeous heroic charge, and down goes the Rakan. What? DK get the dragon, but they lose their support. And now they're going to have to get out of here. They do manage to do so.
Not all the time, but what about... I mean, that follow-up.
Perfect. Does he have a flash? Yes, he does. The public execution comes over. But Grim Deliverance is a great answer. And both of them, well, actually this time, just perfect, using his flash.
Yes, that would be sick.
Because that one I wouldn't really know. Like, imagine if they made us do Jin skins or something like that. It's okay. Lucid taking a fair bit of damage here. But DK, I mean, it's going to be about Lucid and Showmaker. How well they can work together as Effort. Gets a dash cannon out of Lucid.
The Ghost employed in this unsealed spellbook to try to set that up. Hurric's ready to fight.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here as Siwoo trying to offer some damage back. Gets a big old shield. And yeah, Perfect can kind of chase him till the ends of the earth. As he flashes forward, gets that knock up. Very nicely done. Ulti going to come through the Grim Deliverance to answer the flash out of the way. Siwoo not going to get pulled. And now DK looking for Soul Point on the other side of this fight. Teleports for both of our top laners and no flashes.
And no ults.
Yeah, nothing actually.
I don't know if they're coming to this one. We'll see. They're going to make that choice right now. As KT, they know it's Ocean Dragon. They know D+ are slowly rotating over. They can just say, you know what? You can have it. I'm not interested in flipping the game on this one.
And can get to an earlier Elder Dragon as well if they are able to give this one away. BDD has his dash cannon now, his career on a flank angle. We're going to try and get behind KT. And it does just use the...
You're ahead and you've got Baron, you can just kind of push it down and say, that's my turret, thank you very much. Lucid may be in trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ulti anymore, just going to get thrown into the sky as BDD does get smashed back, but I still think that Lucid is in a lot of trouble. Decides that he has to go back in and will be sacrificed. Going over to KT.
Ooh, they're going to
teleport comes in. Yeah, Showmaker decided to stick around and everyone's teleporting. Heroic charge, and it's going to interrupt. Showmaker now, let's see what he's going to be able to do to get out of this one. And the answer is he's going to run them around the rift as much as he possibly can before he inevitably dies as he flashes into the enemy base.
I don't know if that's worth, because now you don't have flash. I mean, he's buying some time here, and Siwoo's pushing bottom lane. Does he get the execute?
I don't think so. I think he took the damage a little bit too quickly, and aiming is the only one that gets the kill, but he does still get the kill. They were distracted by the dragon that was up and available. Cuz is now going to run away from that one. DK are staying on this, but they need to get out as Perfect is making his way over. Smash does have Featherstorm, but he might have to use it real quickly in this one as he decides to flash first. Lucid also doing the same thing, but Perfect, he stacked up the passive and he's looking for an angle. Dash Cannon does get them out of there. Siwoo will be able to take a turret. Perfect, no flash, but does have that Grim Deliverance still available as Siwoo looking for a flank angle. As now the Nature's Grasp comes through yet again. Cuz trying to get on over here. His career is a long way away from the pit, but Smash does find the pullback to lock down the Soul. And now Cuz is just dead. Career now trying to hold them in position as well. And there's no Poppy. The quickness onto 3. And Career just tries to hold them in place. He will be able to do so. And Siwoo gets in there. He dashes around. He gets exhausted. But he can even do this tired. Aiming going to be taken down. And DK may have just opened up the game. They'll definitely get themselves a Baron.
He escapes, but it's a disaster on the fight.
And 3 of them tried to escape. Is big item spike here. Showmaker needs to get back to the fight though, as DK Can they lock down the Elder? It looks like it is just a flip scenario once again.
Like, how did KT 5,000 gold down get into this position? D+. They're taking poke damage.
Yep.
They do have Ocean Soul.
Ocean Soul, exactly. That's going to help them out. But the Elder is now under KT's supervision. As an Ancient's Grasp comes in, Siwoo, can you find an angle? That is the question, as not really a lot of CC is connecting here, as Siwoo trying to get into that backline. The Emperor's Divide, he's going to throw him around like a ragdoll, and he's taken out, but the ulti from Showmaker gets him into the backline. He takes down Effort, but the steal on the Elder once again from Kuz, as Smash goes into the sky, and then taken off the Rift. Oh my god, KT, you just Elder flipped your way to Wonju.
They did exactly that. And the crowd may have enchanted Siwoo earlier, but again, he's the one who dies to set up the upset win, the comeback for KT.
Oh, unless they can kill this minion wave, which might be possible, as the inhibitor is going to be taken down. Korea trying to get out of there as BDD a little bit distracted. There's the flash in from Lucid. He knows he has to try and kill the wave. And it's not going to work if he just breaks an arm guard. You've got KT's coaching staff already celebrating. The reverse sweep will bring KT to Wonju and a face-off against Genji.